Oh, here we go. Here we are. Here we are. Hello everyone. Welcome to my video. Do you ever ask yourself, like, do you ever, like, actually really step back for a moment and ask yourself, what is real? What is real? What is reality? I remember the first time that I realized, that I heard, there's no such thing as reality. However we relate to that, or whatever that meant, and I remember that moment, and I was like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And then the self-inquiry happened with what is real, and then it's like, who am I? You know, who am I? Am I real? Am I real with all myself, my story, my my preferences, my opinions, my desire? Like, what does it mean to other people? What is all this? What is all this reality? We take. I took everything for granted. Maybe, like when you're young, you just follow, and you just follow the I don't know, the herd, and you feel safer, and because that's what everyone else told you to do, but like, if you ask yourself, like, what is real about my life, and like, all the things that happen in my head are going around in my head, and where do I learn these things? Where do I get these thoughts from? What is real? Are these thoughts real? Are they dictating my life, and how do I know, like, what is the I don't know, what is the reality of my thoughts? Like, like, if my thoughts were negative, or or if I was not good enough or something, is that real, or is that or that I'm really good, that everybody really likes me, or everybody hates me, or what is real? And the question of, who am I? Like, who am I? Like, what am I? what am I? What is this here for? I think maybe every child, and I know I'm assuming, because that's what I mean, like, the assumptions of, like, of the assumption of, you think everybody is asking the same question. I have no idea. I really, actually, when I ask all these questions, I know nothing. I know nothing of what is real. I know nothing, but there seems to be an energy of source, an energy that is vibrating. I'm vibrating. I'm alive. That seems to be real. That seems to be real. And this dream of reality is their labels that come from this I or me or something like that. And yeah, I think, then you ask yourself, like, what is love? What is love? Because that's what, like, when you inquire and you ask yourself, like, what is love? How do I get this? And we're really masters at that when we're really young, and because we learn it, like, people tell you, you're such a good boy and you do this and that, and then you realize that you have thoughts of, like, that are of not loving, and where do those come from, and are they real? Every year the question changes, and when I realize what love is not, and love is not about a negotiation, or, like, being so wonderful, or having to be look a specific way, or fit into the certain crowd and everything, and when you feel like you're just an outcast, like, that's not love. That's not love. Or these thoughts of hating your body, or hating your hating your ideas, or hating your creativity, or hating that you're not masculine enough, or you're not you know, all of these labels that society says is the right, and you know, and be a man, be a man, you know, like that. What is this? Is that like, that is like there is a there's a little game there, you know, like, and that cannot be real, because that seems to be, and when you see the game, you see the game of life, you see the game, and like, you know, you only tell, you know, to people, to your friends, or your I don't know, your friends, your colleagues, your friends of your families, your, you know, the people who think so highly of you, and you know, you tell them only the best things. And you know, it's very interesting with social media, because like social media is has a fantastic thing, but the projection of a lot of most things that I recognize and I realize is the projection of a perfect kind of like of existence, you know, on Facebook or Instagram, or the perfection of looking a certain way, and only posting the great grand stories of, you know, the success of the day, or you know, or all that stuff like that. I'm not trashing it because it's an opportunity to recognize, but I am at the same time, because that's not love. What is real? What is real? And that's also, you know, it's very interesting, because the perception or the perspective that I have, or the opinion I have, is only from my own perspective, and that waking up to realizing what all that is, what it all is. And when you know what love is not, and love is not about separation. I believe love is whole and complete, and not it's not needing to be different. And our thoughts about, our conditioned thoughts about what love is false. False. Love sees no separation. Love sees no color. Love sees no separation from job, or what one chooses to do, or how they live their lives, or how they choose to, what it's unconditional to do. However we I don't know, I'm lost for words this night, but that's all good, because I am, you know, and love is not about being perfect, or being you get more love for being perfect and seen as having it all together, because none of us have it all together, you know what I mean? And that's a really wonderful day to recognize all that. And that's love is full, and it's the ability to be able to love thyself is it's a very scary and daunting thing for a lot of people. And it's like we will run away from it so far that we will make everything in our path, we will destroy everything in our path, metaphorically, or we can actually do that. You know, there are people who are so angry and so repressed and so feel unloved that they act out, and it's the fight or flight response, and they fight, and they can kill for it. I was watching this Gianni Versace thing on Netflix, and you know, this disturbed young man who was living in such a false world, false, and trying to fabricate a false identity so he could feel love. And he was subjected to such abuse as a child, mentally and physically, that it created this kind of identity. And that's around us, you know, around us all the time. And there are all kinds of people, and when I reflect and ask myself what is real, and I realize that the love that I have is real for me, and I appreciate, or I have compassion compassion, and I have compassion for myself and the victims of our world, and the feelings of separation, and the victimhood and the blame and the shame that people place on others for their own insecurities and for their own inferior feelings, and that people who have inferiority complexes are lost and damaged. And a lot of us are lost and damaged because we have systems that have controlled us, and we've had to follow certain laws, if you will, and that's within our own families and with our own minds and our own self. And so it's like, I don't know. Yeah, that's the question I started out with. What is real? What is your truth? What is truth? What is truth? And I have no fucking idea. I have no idea. Because language, I cannot express it. Language is invented by man. And you can be impeccable with your word and what you say. And you can... one can do that, and one can be kind and respectful, and we can get rid of the hatred that we have for ourselves, and not project it onto other people, and be conscious of that. That can be really, really conscious. That's equated with love and freedom. And the freedom, I mean, oh man, that's a whole nother thing. But that's going to it. What is real? What is the reality? What is real in your experience? And what is love? And love, I believe, is equated with freedom. And I know this for myself, that yeah, because if I ask for unconditional love, that's freedom. Freedom from the need to have anything different. I don't need to have myself perceived a specific way, because people are going to like, people are not going to like. You know, this can be very, very annoying to people, perhaps. I don't know, that's an assumption. Assumptions are also really, really not real, because they're assumptions, and we make the assumptions, it becomes true in our minds, and we believe and we project onto other people, until you realize that love is not negotiated, and we let go of that need, and let go of the assumptions in our mind, and realize that they're not real, because and that's for me, you know, that's for me that I've woken up to. I can have to say that I've woken up to, and I make my choices motivated from constant love, and everything else has to go. And has to go. It doesn't have to be any different way in my mind, because my mind is conditioned. But it certainly is much more shallow when it comes to affecting me in my deeper thoughts of inferiority or whatever. It's shallow, and that's why I share. So, who am I? Who am I? I am love. That's what I am. I am love. Yeah. And I love you. I love you so much. So yeah, thanks for listening to my talk, and have a great weekend. And I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for watching. Bye.